Did you know that your dog can distinguish between familiar and unfamiliar people even in complete darkness? Surprisingly, these four-legged friends possess such refined social intelligence that they can determine whom to trust and whom to keep away from using a whole arsenal of senses and innate instincts. Today, we'll dive into the amazing world of canine perception and learn how our pets actually see the surrounding world and the people in it. Perhaps after this video, you'll look at your furry friend with completely different eyes and understand what a complex and multifaceted being they truly are. This topic isn't just interesting. It can help you better understand your pet, establish a deeper connection with them, and even prevent potentially dangerous situations. After all, by knowing how your dog identifies friends and strangers, you can help them feel safe and comfortable in any environment. Additionally, understanding the mechanisms of canine perception can explain many seemingly strange reactions your pet has to certain people or situations. Let's start with the most important thing, the sense of smell, the true superpower of our four-legged friends. A dog's nose is an incredibly precise recognition tool. While humans have approximately 6 million olfactory receptors, dogs can have up to 300 million. Imagine this. A dog can smell one drop of a substance in a volume of water equal to 25 swimming pools. That's why scent plays a key role in identifying friends and strangers. Moreover, the area of olfactory epithelium in a dog's nose can be 100 times larger than a human's, making their sense of smell truly phenomenal. When a dog first meets a person, it memorizes their unique scent profile. It's like a fingerprint, only in the world of aromas. Interestingly, dogs can remember people's scents for years. There have been cases where dogs recognize their owners after separations of several years. And did you know that your pet can determine your emotional state by your scent? When you're nervous or afraid, your body releases special pheromones that the dog recognizes without fail. Studies show that dogs can even determine by scent when a person's cortisol level, the stress hormone, rises, making them incredibly sensitive to our emotional state. But the sense of smell is just the beginning of the story. Vision also plays an important role in dogs' social perception. Contrary to popular myth, dogs don't see only in black and white. Their color perception is limited, but they can distinguish shades of blue and yellow quite well. However, they notice movement much better than we do. Dogs can catch the slightest changes in a person's body language, helping them determine whether a stranger is friendly. Their eyes contain more rods, photoreceptors responsible for motion perception and vision in low-light conditions, making them particularly attentive to any movements in space. Studies have shown that dogs pay special attention to a person's facial expression, especially the eyes. They can distinguish emotions by facial expressions and react accordingly. When you smile at your dog, it really understands that you're being friendly. But a tense facial expression or a direct, threatening gaze can be perceived as a sign of danger. Interestingly, dogs prefer to look at the left side of a human face. That's where our emotions are most vividly expressed. This phenomenon, known as left side bias, is also observed in humans when perceiving emotional facial expressions. Sounds are also an important tool for identifying friends and strangers. Dogs can distinguish the voices of familiar people even in recordings. They react not only to words but also to intonation, timbre, and volume of voice. Studies have shown that dogs process human speech in a way similar to us. The left hemisphere of their brain analyzes words, while the right hemisphere processes emotional coloring. Surprisingly, dogs can distinguish their owner's native language from a foreign one, responding differently to familiar and unfamiliar speech patterns. Did you know that dogs can determine a person's mood by the sound of their footsteps? They notice the slightest changes in the rhythm and force of their owner's steps, allowing them to predict their emotional state even before they enter the room. Unfamiliar footsteps, however, can cause alertness and even a protective reaction. Dogs can also distinguish the sounds of different cars and unfailingly recognize the sound of their owner's car among dozens of others. This explains why your pet starts wagging its tail joyfully even before you turn the key in the lock. But the most amazing thing is dogs' capacity for social learning. They don't just remember people, but learn to trust or distrust them based on experience. If someone once hurt a dog or caused it stress, it may remember that person as a stranger for a long time. Conversely, positive experiences form trusting relationships. Dogs can form complex associations between people, places, and emotions, creating a kind of social map of their environment. Interestingly, dogs also rely on their owner's opinions when evaluating strangers. This phenomenon is called social referencing. If you interact amicably with a stranger, your dog is more likely to accept them as a friend. But if you're tense or afraid, the dog may become alert and protective. Have you ever wondered how strongly your own attitude toward people influences your dog's perception? Experiments show that dogs are much more likely to accept treats from a person their owner is friendly with and refuse food offered by someone their owner regards negatively. Another little-known fact: dogs can identify friends and strangers by their belonging to a social group. Studies have shown that they can distinguish people by their ethnicity, age, and even social status. This doesn't mean dogs are prejudiced. They simply notice differences and react to them based on their previous experience. Some studies even suggest that dogs can identify people who behave dishonestly or unfriendly toward their owners and subsequently trust such people less. Touch also plays an important role in forming a bond between a dog and a person. When you pet a dog, its body produces oxytocin, the hormone of attachment and trust. The same happens to you. This mutual exchange of happiness hormones strengthens the bond and helps the dog identify you as a friend. Interestingly, dogs can distinguish the touches of different people and react differently to them. Studies show that oxytocin levels in dogs increase 5-fold after 5 minutes of interaction with their owner, comparable to the emotional bond between mother and child. Rituals and repetitive actions also help dogs identify their people. Daily walks, feeding, games, all these familiar activities give the dog a sense of security and belonging to the family. If you've ever noticed your dog waiting for you at the door at roughly the same time each day, it's because they've memorized your schedule and associate it with their person. Dogs have an amazing internal sense of time and can predict their owner's return home, even if they come at different times. This suggests that they constantly process and remember information about their people's behavior. Did you know that dogs can identify friends and strangers even by the scent of territory? They know perfectly well how their home and the people living in it smell. Any change in this scent landscape can cause alertness. That's why dogs often sniff guests. They're checking whether they carry familiar or unfamiliar scents. Interestingly, dogs can determine if a person has been in contact with other dogs, and sometimes show jealousy if they smell another pet on their owner. This shows how complex the social emotions of our four-legged friends can be. Especially interesting is that dogs can distinguish people's intentions. Studies have shown they can determine when a person acts intentionally versus accidentally. For example, if you accidentally step on a dog's paw, it's more likely to forgive you than if you did it intentionally. This ability to distinguish intentions helps dogs determine who can be trusted. Scientists from the University of Vienna discovered that dogs can understand a person's perspective, that is, what a person can or cannot see. This indicates a high level of social intelligence comparable to that of small children. Genetics also plays a role in how dogs perceive people. Some breeds, such as German Shepherds or Rottweilers, were specifically bred for guarding and protection, so they may be more alert to strangers. Other breeds, like Labradors or Golden Retrievers, are known for their friendliness and openness to new people. But remember that a dog's individual character and experience always play a more important role than breed characteristics. Studies show that even within the same breed, there are significant differences in social behavior, indicating the importance of early experience and socialization. It's interesting to note that dogs can also recognize the emotional state of other dogs and even react to emotions expressed in barking. This means their social perception extends not only to people, but also to their own kind. Dogs can form complex social hierarchies and friendships with other dogs based on many factors, including scent, body language, and previous interactions. This ability for social distinction helps them navigate the complex world of interspecies and intraspecies relationships. Another important aspect in identifying friends and strangers is a puppy's early experience. The socialization period, which lasts from approximately 3 to 12 weeks, is critically important for developing a dog's social skills. During this time, puppies learn to recognize and interact with different types of people and animals. If a puppy doesn't get enough social experience during this period, they may have difficulty identifying friends and strangers in adulthood. That's why it's so important to introduce puppies to different people, sounds, and situations at an early age. To summarize, dogs use a whole complex of senses and cognitive abilities to identify friends and strangers. They analyze scents, sounds, visual signals, touches, and even social cues from their owners. This complex system of perception has been formed over thousands of years of joint evolution with humans and allows dogs to be not only loyal companions but also excellent judges of character. Amazingly, some studies show that dogs, sometimes better than people, determine who can be trusted and who cannot, making them irreplaceable companions in our lives. Now that you know how your dog perceives the world and the people in it, you can use this knowledge to help them feel safe and comfortable. Remember that your own behavior and attitude toward people strongly influences how your dog perceives them. Be calm and confident, and your pet will feel the same. Try to create positive associations with new people by allowing them to treat your dog with goodies or play their favorite games. This will help your pet expand their circle of people and feel comfortable in various social situations. What do you think? Have you noticed that your dog reacts differently to different people? Perhaps you have interesting stories about how your pet showed an amazing ability to assess a person's character. Share your experience in the comments. I'm very interested to learn about your observations. Maybe your dog once warned you of danger, or conversely, immediately accepted someone who later became an important part of your life. Such stories are not only fascinating, but also help us better understand the amazing world of canine perception. If you like this video and learned something new about your four-legged friend, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Click the bell so you don't miss new episodes about the amazing world of dogs. And if you know someone who might find this information useful, share this video with friends. Your support helps create new, interesting content about our beloved pets and reveal the secrets of their behavior and perception. In upcoming episodes, we'll continue to reveal the secrets of canine perception and behavior, and believe me, many amazing discoveries await you. We'll delve into even more interesting aspects of our four-legged friends' lives and tell you about things you may never have known about your pet. Meanwhile, remember, in your dog's eyes, you're not just a person, you're an entire world full of scents, sounds, and emotions that they love with all their heart. And there's nothing more beautiful than the mutual love and understanding between a person and their faithful friend.